Alright, greetings everybody. This is going to be a different video of sorts today. We're not actually going to be playing anything. This is going to be kind of an update video of sorts. First off, I want to apologize for being absent for the past, I think, like, 4 to 6 days. There hasn't been an upload. I'm really sorry about that. I've been super busy. I haven't even been on my computer until today in the past almost a week, basically a week at this point. So in turn, not being on the computer, can't upload anything. But I'm going to give you kind of a channel update and tell you even a little bit about what's going on in my life, because that will kind of explain what's been going on, or I guess what hasn't been going on. For starters, as you can see, the winter update has rolled out for Battleborn, which is the primary content on my channel. Not like it's my favorite game in the world, but I love the game to death, even though there's problems with it, but that's a separate argument altogether. But as you can see, the winter update is out. That being said, I'm going to put this up the day I record it, and you're going to notice that I did upload 2 other videos today, a Battleborn matchmaking video and a pre-sequel video. For those of you that don't like the Battleborn content, there's also a Borderlands the pre-sequel 4-player playthrough, and for those of you that enjoy the pre-sequel playthrough and not Battleborn, I also do Battleborn. Just for anyone that only knows about one, because this is gonna show up as an update video, so it's not gonna be a Battleborn video or pre-sequel video. I'm just coming on here to show that the winter update is out, because that's important to what I'm about to tell you next. For those of you that know, there are 3 primary things on the channel as of right now. It started with Battleborn matchmaking, then I added in 10-mans. I tried doing some Dark Souls co-op, but my partner fell through, so that is kind of on hiatus. Don't worry, for those of you that did enjoy the Dark Souls playthrough, I swear, once I get a chance to continue the playthrough, because I haven't touched that character, but once I get a chance to continue the playthrough and my co-op partner is ready, which probably won't happen until the summer, it sucks, I know, maybe we'll get lucky in spring break, something will happen, but don't worry, I swear one day I will get him to finish it with me. But again, that's a kind of a separate thing. We're here to talk about this. So, you'll notice that the matchmaking episode that goes up today, which I believe just finished going up like half an hour ago as of this recording, not as of the upload, and it was still before the winter update. Because, and I'm going to get up out of the game for a second. Whoa, that's weird, it didn't used to do that, but whatever. I'm gonna get up out of the game for a second here and bring up this. This is my folder, where I keep all of the videos that I still need to upload. As you'll see from the from the title right here, you'll see it says videos I still need to upload. You know, we've got the Battleborn folder. Oh, I guess that's the video that it's currently recording right now. That's kind of weird. Borderlands, I know I've only got one Chivalry thing, but that's all the stuff for each series that's already gone up as of this recording. I'm actually uploading another pre-sequel episode right now. But this one is the really important one, videos I still need to upload. If the title doesn't give that away, this is all the stuff that I already have recorded, but hasn't been uploaded yet. So you might say, if you have literally these tons of videos sitting right here, why aren't they all uploaded? Well, for the most, but with a few exceptions, I've uploaded an average of about 2 videos a day since I started. There were some days where I uploaded absolutely everything I recorded when I first started, so there were even some times where I had 3 to 5 videos when I was first doing this, and then I think like 2 weeks ago, there was one day or two where I had 4 or 5 videos a day, just because we just recorded the pre-sequel, and I wanted to put up the regular content, but still get the pre-sequel stuff up just to show that it's out there and that it's happening. That way it's not just magically snuck into the regular mix. I wanted to specifically put out like 2 or 3 pre-sequel episodes at once that would be like, hey, this is another thing that's happening, and then add it into the regular rotation mix. But as you'll see here, the important part is we have all the way up from episode 40 to episode 74 of the regular Battleborn matchmaking series. Episodes 40 through 74 have already been recorded. Even the final one, episode 74, was before the winter update. Because again, like I said earlier, I haven't even turned on my computer in the past almost a week. So for me, this is my first time seeing the winter update. This is my first time even being on the computer in almost a week. So all of this that was recorded, all of these episodes were recorded before the winter update. In addition, the 10-man series, I have episode 9 through 15 already recorded. The thing with that is those were also recorded before the winter update, just like the matchmaking series, and so in turn, all of those videos need to be put up before anything that's recorded from the winter update gets out. In addition to that, for those of you that do enjoy the pre-sequel series, we have all the way up to episode 22 done, and spoiler alert, but that's actually the entire series, not just the main campaign. That is all the way through the Claptastic Voyage DLC. So as of right now, that is kind of the pseudo-end of the pre-sequel. We plan on going back to either True Vault Hunter mode, maybe the Holodome, maybe, but we'll probably go back and do some of the side quests that we missed, probably some of the cooler ones, maybe the one at the end with the challenge thing you can put the settings up for and do the various ones. Maybe we'll do one or two of those. We also do plan on going through True Vault Hunter mode at some point, and if we... Oh, excuse me. And if we don't, we'll more than likely be going through another Borderlands game, like I end up mentioning at the end of the pre-sequel series. I do mention interest in doing that, and someone else mentions wanting to do True Vault Hunter mode. So one of these days, we'll get to something else Borderlands related. So for those of you that enjoy the pre-sequel, don't worry, there's more to come. Just give me time to get this out. And there's actually something else I need to mention that you'll need to give me some time with before anything new is recorded. Don't worry, whenever I'm able to, which should be at least, hopefully I want to get at least either one video a day or 2 videos every other day to kind of balance that out at the minimum, because I do have a lot of stuff pre-recorded, so in a sense I can easily justify it, but there might be some reasons why that may or may not be a little trickier. And over here, you'll see that these are just the, this is my YouTube page with the video uploader. I'm actually currently uploading episode 4 of the pre-sequel, and you'll see that I just got episode 39 up. But you'll also notice that the channel's actually doing a lot better, surprisingly, now that the winter update's rolled out. I guess a lot more people are coming around, which is super cool to see, because that's great. We can have more people here, which means more fun. Maybe one of these days we can get you guys, the viewers, in to play with me. That'll be kind of tricky to schedule, but maybe over a holiday break or some sort, I'll be able to schedule something where we can actually play together, which would be super dope. But that's a separate video, and I'm getting off topic. I need to stay focused. I have a bad habit of going on tangents, and I do need to stay at least somewhat focused for this video, because this is important. You'll notice that I have a ton of tabs open. I am a college student, and due to recent events, nothing like bad is happening. I'm not failing or anything, but due to recent events, I have decided that where I am at college right now isn't where I need to be. And I was originally going to drop out and get a job to pay off the current debt that I have while I try and figure out what I want to do. But due to other reasons, that's just not going to work out, and so instead, I'm either going to do part-time and get a part-time job for now to kind of balance it out, or I'm going to work, or not work, but go to school full-time just for some basics, just general things for a semester or 2 while I try and get things together. But more than likely, I'm going to be changing majors, actually. I was previously, well, I guess I'm technically currently, as of this recording still, a mechanical aerospace dual major for engineering, which is super cool, and I love engineering. But it's, in my opinion, I don't think it's working out, and I think I need to do something else. I think I'd be better at something else, and as much as I enjoy and love engineering, I might objectively love something else, because I don't know if you noticed, but considering I'm on YouTube, even this is going to be on there, I love people to death. You know, I might be kind of an introvert, But, I love talking to people, making them happy, and, I'm not gonna go off on some crazy dream to be I don't know, a clown or circus performer. Nothing that outlandish. But if you'll notice from a lot of these, I almost said trabs, from these tabs, I'm looking up various jobs that might take a little bit less time to go through school with. And some of them are nuclear medicine technologist. That's probably not going to go through. Air traffic controller was another one that I was heavily thinking about, but more than likely that's not going to go through. As of right now, the most likely one is actually radiation therapist. You've noticed I've got a ton of tabs for various things. Oh, excuse me. Terribly sorry about that. But I'm actually looking up stuff about radiation therapy more than anything else, so I can try and find maybe another school to go to, or a different major that my current school offers, or something, because I need to do something else. And I know this isn't entirely directly related to the channel, but it is still important because it kind of explains where I've been the past few days. School just started, and stuff was happening. My sleep schedule was awful. I went from being awake for 3 days straight, with only like 2 hours of sleep in between each quote-unquote day, to being asleep for like 30 plus hours straight. My sleep cycle has, over the past like day or two, it's gotten better. It's still not perfect, but it's gotten better. I'm starting to get back into the groove of sleeping like a quote-unquote regular human being, even though I guess if you actually look back in history, we might not have always slept this way, but considering how our culture and society works now, this is now the new, more or less, norm of how we sleep. But that's a separate argument, and it's probably confusing a lot of people. If it did, I apologize. There's a chance I'm not even entirely right. It's just something I heard and read about a while back, but it was a while ago. I don't even remember how accurate it would have been. But anyways, back to the topic at hand here. Ugh. Rats. What was I gonna say? Sorry, you guys. It's been really hectic, and I'm not trying to throw any Johns out there for not uploading, because that is on me. But I just kind of wanted to explain where I've been and my plans for the rest of this. In addition, I'm actually super stoked about something. I'm actually going to, I'm not going to wait to record new stuff, assuming that I get the chance, which, for the next week, I probably won't have a single chance to record anything, period. It'll probably be a week before I'm even able to record anything. I might get lucky, but that's just kind of how things are looking right now. But regardless, we've got a ton of stuff to upload slowly over time, because I don't want to oversaturate the channel. That's not fair to you guys to force so much down your throat, and it's not fair to my computer to leave it on overnight longer than I already do, even though it can probably take it every once in a while, and it's too many uploads. So we're gonna keep the uploads about where they've been. 1 or 2 videos a day that's the goal. That's what we're aiming for. Again, mostly the matchmaking series, and then every other day alternating either like a 10-man or a pre-sequel episode. More or less, we might do the pre-sequel a little bit more than 10-mans, just because we have more pre-sequel episodes. We have I think a little over double the pre-sequel than we do 10-mans, so we might do more pre-sequel than 10-man so that they end at about the same time, because I'm actually going to make the final episode 74 of the 5-stack series, even though it's not always a 5-stack, it just usually is, but it's a nice name, and the end of 10-mans, episode 15, both of those are actually going to be the end of season 1 of both of their respective series. And then the next episode, 75 and 16 respectively, will actually be episode 1 of each series, but it's going to be season 2, because it's going to be featuring post-winter update content. So you're going to see this dope-ass new look over here that you see here, because I'm not going to lie, this recording you're seeing here is actually the first time I've loaded everything up. You know, I haven't checked out the training. From what I've heard of it, it's just a really basic rundown of what stuff is. I don't know why refreshing the playlist is taking so long. You know, as you can see, I haven't done the operations. I actually have done 2 or 3 Toby's Friendship Raid runs, just none of them were public, which is why it says that. But I haven't even done Oscar Mike's Battle School. I only saw what was there on the stream. I haven't done Draft or Chaos Rumble. As you can see, I haven't done any public stuff. It's still got the symbol. I am still on the first quest. I have not touched this game since episode 74. That being said, you guys won't see that episode for probably a month away from now. You guys probably won't see that episode till about somewhere around the end of February is my guess. Maybe a little bit before, maybe a little bit after, but within half a week or a week from the end of February, if not at the end of February. That's around the time it'll come out. At least, hopefully. That's the aim, is for it to come out around that time. But more immediate concerns, I will try and get stuff recorded when I can for the new stuff. I want to make Season 2 of both series bigger and better than ever. I don't know about editing stuff out yet. I've thought about it, and I do think it would raise the quality of my content, but I think it's something that I just don't have the raw number of hours in the day yet, because again, I am... Clearly, you can see from the number of tabs up here, I am insanely busy with trying to figure out what direction to go with in school. It's really hectic, and I don't mean to use that as an excuse, just trying to use it as a reason for what's been going on, because it has been a big thing. But don't worry, at least somewhat regular, if not regular uploads should be slowly coming back within the next week. And then hopefully they'll be back to normal completely. But I think that's about everything I've got to give you guys about the current state of what's going up with me and what's going up with the channel. I think one thing I've kind of neglected to do is show y'all a little bit more of who I am, because while I am honest with you guys and I am myself in all of the videos, there's only so much you can see in an average of a 30-minute video. Because, you know, I've had some videos that are 15 minutes and some that are an hour. But, you know, most of them are around the half-hour mark. 25-minute half-hour mark. At least I'd like to think they are. Mostly because most of my content is matchmaking matches, and those are, you know, sometimes people surrender. But if it goes a whole match, it's like 20 to 30 minutes. But anyways, it's whatever. Back to the editing content. Sorry to go back to something. It's just, again, I'm kind of a tangential person in how I talk. I apologize if that's kind of difficult for everyone to keep track of. Just please bear with me. It is really important that you hear everything here, assuming that you are at least somewhat of a regular on the channel, or you just want to know what's going on, which I am very thankful for those of you that have watched this whole thing so far, because it's kind of crazy.
No.
And he is coming in here. He has no idea I am recording, but I'm just gonna hit the mute button, not because I hate him, but because I'm just, you know, trying to do an update video, and he didn't know that, so he just kind of popped up. Anyways, I'm not even about to play or record anything. I'm about to go keep looking up college stuff. I just came in here so you'd have something nice to look at while I'm talking to you guys. I'm actually gonna come back into the game so you can get it nice and full screen. Why did I click on match history? God damn it. Oh, it actually stayed fixed for once. That's really rare. Anyways, as far as editing is concerned, with my current situation, I don't think I have the raw number of hours to do that. Partially because my recording software is Shadowplay, which kind of records everything at once. It's not a video... It doesn't record video, it doesn't record audio on its own, it records just everything at once. So editing it out would kind of just have to be editing out a portion of the video itself, which, while that's not a bad thing, the only series I think it would really be really good on is the 10-man series, because in between drafting and in between the actual match starting, we usually have problems with the servers, which is weird because it's just 5 people versus 5 people, which clearly works on public matchmaking all the time, but for whatever reason when you try and do a private, with or without spectators, it just completely derails and fails half the time. So that's really that's the main purpose that editing would serve, would be to cut out the downtime in the middle. Sometimes funny things happen, but I'm not gonna lie, when I go back and watch the videos, because I do go back and watch all my videos, almost if not the entire video, even the ones that are like an hour long, just to make sure that, you know, they worked. But I will admit that the downtime in between is pretty boring. For the most part, nothing really happens more often than not. But I have been thinking about finally breaking down and getting some editing software, free or paid for it, it's not really the point, to cut that out, but it would really only be for one series, and I kind of don't usually have the time for that, and if I do have the time, I can just record another episode of something, which, while I would like to make the quality of my content higher, it would really just be for one series, and it's not even the main series. And as much as I love the 10-mans to death, and they're arguably more popular on a video-per-video basis, it's a lot harder to record them, which is why it's not the main series. Because if I could record more 10-mans than public matches, I honestly probably would, but we just don't have 10-mans enough. I mean, sure, I'm not in every 10-man, but that's also because I'm not available all the time. But again, separate argument to an extent. But maybe not for Season 2, but maybe for Season 3, I'll be able to get some editing stuff and make the 10-man series better. But unless something happens between now and when Season 2 starts, don't expect that to be edited out. And I don't say that because I don't love you guys, I say that just because in my situation, it's not really realistic, because I already have to stay up late most of the time I upload, just to get stuff up, which is kind of the reason my sleep cycle went out of whack in the first place. It's not y'all's fault, it's just kind of a victim of circumstances. That was the only time I really could upload, for the most part, because during the other times of the day I was either busy with something or recording something, so, you know, that's a thing, but what do, you know. Anyways, only other thing I want to say is, thank you for sticking with me, thank you for watching the video. If you stayed through the video and watched the entire thing, you are nothing but a trooper, because I can be kind of a... I can be a person sometimes, you know, not always, but every once in a while I can be a person. I can just kind of go on and on about stuff, but if you like the content, or if you like me, you know, even if you're not here for Battleborn, you're not here for Borderlands, if you're here just because you like me, and you like my friends, that's great. And honestly, I think I want to thank you even more than the people that are here for the game and not for the person behind the controller. Or, I guess, keyboard and mouse in my case, but the details, semantics, who needs them? I do, actually, but whatever. But thank you guys for sticking with me, and for those of you that are gonna stay with me even longer, thank you even more. You guys are great. I've read down the comments, and I think I've responded to almost, if not every comment so far, because I'm a small enough channel to where I can do that. You know, if I had like 1 million subs, I wouldn't be physically capable of doing that. I just wouldn't. But, you know, I'm clearly an insanely small channel, but we've got a nice little corner of YouTube. I've actually looked it up, and there is little to no Battleborn content. I haven't looked up the Borderlands stuff, though that's kind of trickled away. I think the quote-unquote The Hunt that recently happened, I kind of wanted to be a part of it, but I didn't have the time because I was busy recording other stuff. But anyways, the Hunt stuff, there's probably stuff going up there about that. Aside from that, I would imagine that there's little to no other Borderlands content, but I haven't checked, I don't know, so take it with a grain of salt. It's just what I imagine would be the case. But as far as Battleborn goes, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, well, no, it was probably more like 2 weeks ago, I actually checked on YouTube, and I could find little to nothing for Battleborn content that was uploaded even in the past month. I think I've seen like 2 or 3 other people that a few times a week, like 2 or 3 videos a week at most, have uploaded other Battleborn stuff, and sometimes it's just uploading a stream they did. Not to, shame the people that do that, because it's great. They do whatever works for them, and whatever works for them, and I have nothing against them. I don't even know most of them. I'm just saying, as far as regular Battleborn content is concerned, I personally have not been able to find anyone else, so to an extent, not in full, but to an extent, everyone over here is kind of the Battleborn community to an extent. At least on PC, the friends I play with are a big portion, the people I fight online are a big portion, the people you see in the series are a lot of the people. It's not everyone, but it's a pretty big portion. At least the people on the American servers. Every once in a while I've gotten matches with people from other countries, but, that's pretty rare. And I'm not usually on when they are, just because, different time zones and whatnot. Or if I am, I haven't recorded every single every single match I've played. I've recorded like 80% of the matches I've played since I started YouTube, so that can kind of give you an idea. But anyways, I think I've kept y'all hanging long enough. I'm sorry. I really need to get better about just staying focused on topic, but that's kind of a personal issue, not something y'all need to worry about. Anyways, I'm gonna get up out of everybody's hair. I've held y'all long enough. Thank you all so much for watching, and for listening to me, and hopefully for understanding my situation. And theoretically, hopefully, you guys are super stoked for the rest of the stuff I've got coming, and objectively, more importantly, Season 2, once it rolls out. But I think that's going to wrap up all of this over here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to get it up out of here. I don't usually ask for this, but if y'all wouldn't mind subscribing, leaving a like, a comment, especially a comment. I think the comment might even be the most important thing to me personally. To the algorithm, just the views and watch time are the most important, and following that, subscriptions are great and likes are good. But to me personally, I think subscribing and comments are probably the 2 most important things, followed by the like button. Because especially the subs tell me that you guys are sticking around, and the comments tell me that, you have... Not saying without a comment you don't have an opinion, but, with the comment it tells me your thoughts, and I really like to hear y'all's thoughts. But I'm sorry, I've kept y'all too long again. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys are some of the best. Bye, y'all. Thanks.